Welcome, everyone, to Logan, Utah and the Beehive State. We're here at Maverick Stadium, home to the Utah State Aggies, and eager for this clash. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Utah State Aggies. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Utah State lined up, ready to deliver the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Running through contact. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mountaineers offense will get the first crack at it here. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Throwing right. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. He'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that...
Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. They're on the board first here in the season opener. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. So Utah State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spots, run, pass, getting everybody organized, and they do it at a high level.
Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Utah State up-tempo. Dropping back, it's De La Rosa. Throws to the back. He's got it. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Utah State.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top. He wants to take the top off. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Hits the accelerator to the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, West Virginia.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
Coming after it. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Trying play action. Makes the catch. It's Groves. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Utah State up tempo. To throw, it's De La Rosa. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Utah State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that will fall incomplete as we have played one quarter, a quarter in which they tried to wrap it up with a huge play. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. First down to start the drive after the break. To the air, it's De La Rosa. Buys a little time. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. He caught it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The Aggies have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Got it. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. 2nd and goal for the offense. Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Aggies! And they take it in for 6 more points. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to...
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the defense has it. They're going the other way.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. That is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
A huge opportunity, guys, for this offense to take over after the fumble recovery and start 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggie!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They get him down, tough run, picks up 4, they'll mark it at the 19. The Mountaineers come to the line in the hurry-up. Off play action. Fires downfield. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The give to the tailback. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Looking downfield, it's De La Rosa. Moves around to clear up the vision. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw it. Trying to beat the D deep. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Now on second down after the incompletion. On the option. He'll pitch it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Makes the grab on the right. Can anyone catch him? And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
On second down, he'll fire. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Quick pass on the jet motion. Running toward the tape. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Mountaineers with the 1st and 10. Now sliding to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
They'll run the option. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. Boy, they want to get this back right now, lining up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quickly complete. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Now on second down. Back to throw, it's De La Rosa. And they got him for the sack. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a deep man. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Mountaineers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
What great execution by this offense. It looked like you were about to go into the half trailing. Now, with this answer, this scoring drive, you got the lead, you got the momentum, taking it into halftime. Nice job by this offense executing that last drive.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Logan so far. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. Utah State up-tempo. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the Aggies are marching down the field.
29 Philly, 2
Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Utah State. They take the lead with the 6.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone. Know I get 6, and then go celebrate with you.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play.
Makes a catch down the right side. All kinds of running room. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, West Virginia. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
Yeah, and that should have been a pick, but it really doesn't matter. The two-point play, man, you're trying to shove that thing in there. Even if it's a pick, it's okay, but you're trying to make a play to get those 2 points, and obviously he failed on that one, and it could have been an interception.
Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heel,
hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. A huge play, just a breath away from taking it to the house, but they are in business at the 4. On 1st and goal, let's see what Utah State calls. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. To the air, it's De La Rosa. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. 3rd and goal coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. It is good! And now they regain the lead. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Galladay. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll give it to the back. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the 1st down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Field goal is good. And with that, they've taken the lead. They took the 3 on that last possession, and now they'll try to get it back on the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect.
Trying to get behind the defense. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Utah State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Illinois is dominating this one thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up by 31 over the Royals. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Back to pass, it's De La Rosa. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. And they get him down.
And 4th and 2 is a little bit harder than 4th and 1, but you practice these 2-point conversion plays every week. It's an important part of the game, so you should have some confidence on the 2-yard line of a play you can run to be successful.
They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the 4th quarter. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Holds it in on the left. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Not much feels better to an offense than to get some breathing room with an explosive play like that. Now 1st and 10 from the 39. They'll run the option. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a point.
On third down, he drops to throw. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Curious call here as they line up for an onside kick with the lead in a one-possession game in the fourth.
Well, it's one thing to be aggressive. It's another thing to be greedy, and that's what they're doing now. They've got the lead, and they're like, no, we're still going to go onside, kick this thing, and try to maintain possession and just not give you the ball back. That's exactly what they did. They go out, they execute, they have it, and they tried to add insult to injury.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Here comes the option. Now the toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Got it set up on the outside. On the move at the 30. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Mountaineers getting set on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the run. Spins away from the defense. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Quick pass on the fly motion.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
They want that clock to run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And this is a moment with the lead late on third down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this first down and keep you on the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, and if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism to go keep these sticks moving.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. They just put a field goal on the board, and now they'll line up for the onside kick. A few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Wants to throw, it's De La Rosa. And the pressure will get there. The sack, down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Wants to fire on second down. Might be looking to run. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires the pass, intercepted. Taking it the other way. And after making the interception, a terrific return to put his offense in great field position at the 42. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know on offense now you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Going for the big play. He caught it. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Quick completion on the out route. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, West Virginia. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Eastern Michigan delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the MAC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Ypsilanti.
Gets it out fast. Still on his feet at the 45.
A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. From the red zone, looking for a space. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got a man, it's Willis. He's finally got it out of bounds, and even with that kind of pickup, they are still short of the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. And he's got it for the late touchdown, but probably a little too late, barring just an epic finish.
And they desperately needed that touchdown. Now it's miracle time. We got to kick this onside kick and somehow find a way to boot a long field goal and maybe win this thing at the buzzer.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. on first down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Takes the handoff. It's Luck. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. All wideouts, no backs. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great.